Hello everybody, I'm Renzo Mox and welcome back to another Bionicle mock review. Now I'll be a little bit honest with this guy. This was supposed to be the last next-gen mock, he wasn't getting a reveal, you guys couldn't actually vote on him, he was just kind of, he came out of nowhere. And this is the mock, but I'll be honest, he's not really a next-gen mock, and he's not a Renzo mock either, he's just kind of in between, he's kind of a one-shot, now that my feelings on next-gen are a little bit more, I'm not too positive about the series anymore. But this is Deyosis, or Deyosis. Nope, just Deyosis. Alright, let's go on. So, you guys may or may not know, but this is a character based off of an old mock that I made named Deyosis. He was originally built up as the Hero Factory villain of my story back then. And, why is he not now? Why is he next gen? Why is he a mock? Well, the idea is that I was originally going to introduce him as the main villain for next gen, but, I don't really feel like working on next gen anymore, so the project's a little bit up in the air. So, as of right now, he's not really a villain for Renzo or next gen, he's just kind of up in the air. The problem for Renzo, if I were to introduce him, he'd be a big character, so that's why I'm a little unsure about that. But his name is now Deyosis, not Deyosis. It's easier to say, and it's not, ripping a name off of a Pokemon. So you can just call him Deyo, D-E-Y-O. It's a lot easier, so I'll probably just call him Deyo throughout the review. So he's really different. He looks nothing like the old character. As you can see, his color scheme, his original color scheme was just the standard black and gunmetal and silver, and his actual appearance was a lot smaller. I'm not sure if I'm going to be putting up any old pictures of him. I don't think I will. I think you guys can just go to the review, but you guys can see that he is just completely different. He looks nothing like the old character, and I did that kind of on purpose, because originally he wasn't even supposed to be the old character, and then last minute I just kind of went, yeah, let's just make him that old character. So, yeah, this is Deyosis. Anyways, or Deyo. So, starting off, he does have this cloth used by Darth Vader. It's a little hard to see, sorry. Let me see if I can bring that in a little bit. Maybe these lights a little bit more. So he does use the Darth Vader cloth piece, and they actually hang around the Bionicle feet there pretty well. It's a nice, secure place to keep them, so it looks a little uneven right now. I don't really know what that's all about, but they can easily move. They don't get in the way that much. And I mainly did this because his legs aren't that well covered up. It's a nice way to cover up his legs. His actual lower legs, I think, are pretty decent. They look really covered up and nice. But the actual legs don't have much articulation. You can't really move it forward that much, and the actual leg is usually pretty hindered by the Bionicle leg, unless you move them like that or something. So there is articulation, just not very much. I think the legs look pretty good. This guy is majority a Bionicle mock, too. Like, he mostly uses just old, like, Bionicle parts for him. So yeah, he does use, not sure if you can see there, but he uses the Makuta torso from 2008. It's one of my favorite torsos. I only have one of them, but I think it's extremely underused. I think that looks nice. As you can see, he kind of has a third color, being the trans orange, and that is not the trans neon orange, rather just the standard trans orange, besides its head, which is the standard neon orange. Going back here, he does use his cape. This is not Vader's cape. I don't remember whose cape this is. Standard back, didn't do much with that. I didn't really have to go all out on the back. Now his arms are interesting. As you can see, he does have these weapons. Now these weapons kind of suck. They hinder articulation, and he can't really pose with these because his hands are kind of constantly stuck like this. So we're going to take them off. The weapons are pretty simple. They're just these black Bionicle blades with the trans piece at the end. I actually really do like this recolor. I think it's one of my favorite recolors of G2. So let's take those suckers off, and you can see his hands a lot better now. He does have this kind of hand guard, which I actually really like. I figured that out. It's not an amazing technique, don't get me wrong, but the look of it, I think, just looks really nice. He actually does have quite long arms, and that's for the sake of trying to get the shoulder look, which I'll talk about in a bit. The articulation is nice enough, you can bend about that far, which is decent for this kind of figure. The hands are a little restricted, but you can bend like that, and that's pretty good. His hands are very expressive. They add a lot of character to him because they're so long, and he's got gangly fingers, and I like that. He can't hold anything, which sucks. That's a problem with these hand designs. I absolutely love using these hands, but there's no way to make them hold anything unless you make them all awkward. So that's the problem that I have with these hand designs. But I don't know. I still like them. I still tend to use them for characters who wouldn't hold stuff, even though this character would probably be holding staves or whatnot. So yeah, as you can see with the shoulders, I did something very interesting. I pulled a G1 Transformers and made these super tall pauldron things here. I think this looks cool. I really wanted to try this out because I think it's a really cool look. Because originally I couldn't decide what I was going to do with the top here, and then I wanted more Keat Orange for the arm, and I said, how am I going to do that? I don't have any Keat Orange add-ons or anything, so I just said, hey, let's try this. And he got this look, and I think it looks really menacing. It kind of just towers over. The only problem is, when you move the arms around, it can look a little goofy. Like, kind of takes away the top shoulder thing, and then doing that. That looks pretty weird. I won't lie, I kind of like the shaping of that. He kind of looks like an evil sorcerer or something. But it's just, it can look pretty weird. The head is just a standard scroll head, nothing new, nothing added. But I think it's one of my favorite Bionicle masks just because of how menacing it looks. Just neon orange head under there, but he's got a lot of expressiveness in that little goat head. I don't know, I really like it, so. Yeah, look at him. I actually really like this guy. So Deyo is a very fun mock, I have to admit. He's probably one of my favorite mocks that I made in a while. He's not too interesting. He's very, very bland, and he really is just kind of a callback to the 2008 sort of 2010 end of Bionicle villain that you'd see on BioTube. Just something very edgy, very standard, but something that I'm trying to kind of make look cool. Again, that just kind of admits that I'm trying to make an edgy character, and I am. I definitely am trying to make an edgy sort of character. For the sake of just building an edgy character. I really like his design. The problem is I'm not going to keep him around. He doesn't really fit for Renzo unless I just use him as an evil sorcerer. And even then, I don't like his design enough to really be a wizard or something. I think if I were to make a wizard for Renzo, he'd be a lot more theatrical than this guy. But this guy is just pretty standard. So originally he wasn't even supposed to be a wizard, but now that I start looking at him and his overall presence, I just go, hey, he's kind of like a sorcerer. So I don't know. I might use him down in the line, but he's not going to get used for next gen because I don't even know if we're going to continue next gen or what's the deal. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys for watching. I know it's been a while. I haven't uploaded. I've been very lazy. But here's a review to hold you guys back, and I'll see you guys in the review area where you guys get to pick what mocks get chosen next for the next review. So see you guys later. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. Hello everybody, I'm Renzo Mox, and welcome back to the mock vote corner thing. This is where you guys get to pick a new mock to get reviewed for the next episode of a mock review. So I'm going to change the rules up a little bit. So you know how in the past, I show you guys 3 mocks, right? You guys pick one, and then we move on to that review, but the other 2 from the last review are still there. Well, we're going to change things up a little bit. So instead, this time, you guys will get to pick one mock, and then I will review that mock. And then for the next time, there will only be 2 mocks, and you guys can pick from either 2 of the 3. You guys will pick of 2 from the 2 left, and then I'll review that one, and then the last review will just be whatever mock comes next. So I hope you guys then kind of understand that rule. That's how it's going to be going from now. It helps me get through mocks easier rather than having to not review mocks because it's kind of annoying. So anyways, let's get started and show off these guys. Starting off with A, the yellow GCU commander. I don't know why he's A specifically, but whatever, he's one mock, he's easy to review. B, the GCU drone collection. I have about 3 of them, and I want to review those kind of just so I can have a video so I know how to build them for future reference. Or C, Tablos from Renzo episode 7. And I do not have Tetralos built anymore, sadly. He will not be getting a review unless I decide to rebuild him, which I don't think I will. So anyways, yeah, vote A, yellow GCU commander, B, GCU drones, or C, Tablos. Hope you guys enjoy. Choose wisely. See you guys later. Goodbye.